me and my delegation, we are all struck at the hospitality of Arunachal Assembly and the government. It's a really beautiful state. I have been here after 15 years now, and lots of changes, lots of developments, and it's good to see a lot of changes happening. And really, in a hill station, to have a 4-lane, it's quite a wonderful thing. So I was commending it to Honorable Chief Minister also, and he was sharing his plans for the state till 2024. So we had a lovely conference, the 18th CPA. It was very productive, and all across the board we could reach to a consensus on some issues, and we made unanimous decision on some particular resolutions, and we are hoping that the central government through the Lok Sabha Secretariat may be able to take note of it, and I think it would benefit all of us. So we were unanimous in highlighting certain challenges that we all face.
So what was your high point at this discussion?
Well, all of us were unanimous in one particular point, that is that the same yardstick should not be applied when it comes to implementation of central sponsored schemes, because the nature of the terrain, the remoteness, and also the socio-economic difference, it creates a hurdle while we implement certain central sponsored schemes. So the unanimous resolution was to put across the table, put across a resolution that when it comes to designing any form of schemes or policies for the Northeast should be accommodated while at the initial stage. It should not be one-size-fits-all kind of an affair for the Northeast state. So we were pretty unanimous on that.
Yes. Would you like to say anything to the delegates over here at the conference?
I'm sorry?
Anything would you like to say to the delegates on this conference? Or any suggestions or anything?
Well, the conference was productive, and the delegates, we had the Speaker of Mizoram here, the Deputy Speakers of Meghalaya and Manipur. So everyone contributed. We all had a lovely time, and we are hoping that the next round of CPA, the 19th, we have decided, the Executive Committee has decided it to be held in Sikkim. So we are looking forward to it, and hope that Nagaland will also get the opportunity to host the conference.
Yeah, this 18th conference has been hosted by the APLA, the Arunachal Pradesh Legislative Assembly.
Yes.
So would you, do you have any words for them, for the APLA, the Arunachal Pradesh Legislative Assembly?
Oh, well, hats off to each and every one from the Arunachal Legislative Assembly. They have been very meticulous in all their programs, minute to minute. Everything has been well organized, coordinated, and implemented. So hats off to each and every one of them, starting from the Commissioner Secretary or the AHOD of the Assembly Secretariat down to the last person. And all this made possible. You have a very dynamic speaker, he's very dynamic, he's very efficient, very flamboyant. So I must say you have a very good speaker, and you have a very dynamic and magnanimous leadership under Honorable Chief Minister Mr. Pema Khandu ji. So I hope with Mr. P.D. Sona heading the legislative part of the governance, and with the Honorable Chief Minister heading the executive part of the governance, I think it's a very good pair.
How was the weather? Any problem or issues that you have faced?
I can't comment about the weather because I come from the same region. It's raining in my place as well, at the same intensity.
Sir, in one of your if I'm not wrong, you stated that the time zone between the mainland India
Yes,
and
yes.
northeast as general is quite different, and the sun rises at 4 a.m. and the work started at 10. Work starts at 10:30 a.m. So the 5 hours is wasted. It was his statement. So would you like to add up more on that?
I believe it was a statement made by a part of my delegation.
Yeah.
Honorable Minister Mr. Tompang Ozukam, being the Minister for PWT, Mechanical and Housing. I strongly feel that is a very relevant statement. The sun does rise from Arunachal in this part of the country, 4:30 to be exact. And so for the northeast, if we have a separate time zone, that is maybe an hour or two ahead of the standard Indian time, that would, I think, help us, because the weather condition, the sunset and the sunrise is different. So, and we have a lot of work to do. So, if we get at least 2 to 3 hours of working hours when the sun is around, I think it would immensely help each and every one of us.
Sir, I'd like to put up one more question. One of the most discussed topic was on the border issue, border scuffles, and especially between Nagaland and Arunachal as well. Do you think with the meeting, CPA, through CPA, will there be any amicable solution? Can we expect a solution?
See, each of the 8 northeastern sister states, we have our respective political and economical issues, as well as social issues. So this inter-border issue would be a political issue, and I think these are taken up at the level of the Honorable Chief Ministers. But I must add that the Honorable Chief Minister of Arunachal, Nagaland, as well as Manipur and Assam, under the dynamic leadership of our NEDA chairman, Mr. Himanta Baswa, who I mentioned yesterday as well. I like to call him the Chanakya of the East. So he's doing a good job. He's coordinating well. And in lieu of the 75th celebration of independence, I feel the border issues, many of the border issues may be resolved amicably. There are progress happening, at least in my state. My Honorable Chief Minister, Honorable Shri Nipirio, under his leadership, we have set a very high-level empowered committee to look into the Nagaland-Assam border issues. And the matter has been taken up at the highest level, and so far we have heard that it's progressing well, and I hope all these border issues, if resolved amicably, will benefit all of us.
Thank you.